Hello Gemini, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Gems, how are you? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. Hey, happy birthday. How's the birthday season going, by the way? Let me know when your birthday is. I'd like to say happy birthday to you in the comments. I've got a couple of oracle decks here, and my intention this week is to talk about what is going to be happening in the new cycle for you, because we just had a new moon in your sign on the 26th of May. So we are in the new cycle now. Let's talk about that, what's going to be coming up in the week ahead for you. And thanks for showing up here. So if you are somebody who's never been here before, welcome, welcome. I do this reading every week for all the signs. And if you would like to stay, there is a subscription button down in the bottom right-hand corner of this little square where I live. If you're interested, let's find out what is going on here. Gemini, if you're here and you're back and you're subscribed and you're always back, thanks for coming back. Tell me about Gemini, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. We have Imagine. Okay, card number 20. I feel like there is something coming here that is going to be beyond your imagination. That's what I'm getting here. I'm getting this really big sort of beyond your imagination. Whatever you can imagine, it's much bigger than that. We've got card number 20, and miraculous things happen when the Judgment card is around. Card number 20 is the Judgment card in tarot. And so I feel like there's a change coming that is going to be far more miraculous or bigger than you could have dreamed. Oh, look at that. We do have a soulmate. We could be talking about a soulmate. Soulmates come in all ways, right? It's not always love. Soulmates can be friends as well as members of the family. We've got a fork in the road, and we've got loyal heart. It does feel like it might be something romantic here that is in the future. This is the future energy for me here, which means a little bit further to the week ahead. We are going to use Moonology because we are talking about the new moon cycle. Let's talk about Moonology for Gemini. What else do I need to know about Gemini? We have Meditate and Contemplate, the new moon in Pisces. It is a new romantic cycle, so I think that's what we're talking about here. It says here, hold your vision. So I feel like if you've been hoping for, wishing for a soulmate, whether you have somebody in your life right now or not, I feel like you're supposed to hold your vision because a new romantic cycle is about to begin. They could be a Libra, they could be a Pisces. I feel like this is going to be better than you can imagine. That's what it feels like here. Let's get some tarot here for you, Gemini. Tell me about the tarot for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini, don't forget, private reads are open if you're interested, whether that you want a pre-recorded or a live chat. We can do that as well. Please check the pinned comment for details and how to get over to Hypsee to check my pricing if you're interested in that. Tell me about Gemini. Tell me about Gemini. What else is going on for Gemini in the week ahead, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right. So we have the King of Swords with Imagine. Very interesting. It feels like you are making some sort of really big decision. I feel like you are the last word. This is the way it's going to go, right? That's your energy. It's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. It feels like you have the last word. You are going to make some sort of a decision that as it pertains to the week ahead. I think for some of you, it could be romantic. For others of you, it could be financial, could be a new job. We do have the Ace of Pentacles. This is a blessing of abundance. So it can turn out to be an investment you're making romantically, but it also, we can't ignore that Pentacles are things that happen in the 3D, right? Those are material wealth things. And so, you know, abundance is a great big umbrella, so it can be really anything. We're in a general reading. So we do have the Page of Pentacles here. Meditate and contemplate. I'm going to say don't make any really super quick decisions. I don't think you will, because the King of Swords is here, and that's the one who really does think it over. We do have the new romantic cycle that begins here, and we do have the moon. And so I feel like what you don't see, or things that are not as they appear, I want to say, things are not as they seem at this time. Maybe you don't realize that this is showing up, but I feel like it's something you've been trying to hold your vision on. Maybe you've been manifesting. Maybe you've been hoping for a connection of some sort. Tell me about the King of Swords. What do we need to know about the King of Swords and Imagine? It's funny that Imagine is coming up with the King of Swords, because the King of Swords is the one, kings are always mastering something, and this one is mastering the imagination, the thought process, the thought pattern. Could be a speaker, very highly intelligent. Tell me about Imagine, please. We've got the Justice card. Oh, I kind of like that. I guess I wasn't expecting that. But the Justice card here, it's like something is being restored here, or maybe karma is being restored, like karmic balance it could be. But it feels like something here is being restored or being made right here. Something is coming into balance. Could be, this is a lawyer. This could be the judge, right? And for me, justice. And when it comes up with the King of Swords, could be judge, lawyer, magistrate, right? Somebody who makes a very big decision on behalf of someone else. Maybe you're a person who is in that position, but maybe you are a person who is waiting for someone to make a legal decision for you. Excuse me. Someone you could be waiting for the last word, for someone to say something, to make a judgment that is going to be made in your favor. It does feel like it is going to be made in your favor, because you're going to be making some sort of judgment is being made, and I feel like it's bigger than you could have imagined it. We do have the Three of Pentacles. You could be winning some sort of a workplace quarrel. It could be that there is, this is going to restore stability in your life, that you're finally going to get back to a place where you're steady and sturdy, and you can, I'm going to say, be solid with a group of people, a network of people. Feels like your justice is showing up here for stability. We have the Ten of Pentacles. It might be something that's going to pay out legally for you, possibly. Now, as we look at Imagine, and we have the Ten of Pentacles here, that's a lot of material wealth, or it's a lot of energy, right? Pentacles can be energy too. They're not just money. So it feels like that your health might be getting better. Your energy levels might be getting better. Feels like maybe your energy levels, or maybe you were feeling like, I just don't want to get out of bed and face this thing again today. But I feel like something's changing here, because with the Imagine card, I feel like things, anything that you can imagine is possible, and it feels like it's going to be possible because there's some sort of big change coming in your health, your wealth, your home, your family, whatever your legacy might be, and it feels like it might come for some of you in a legal sense. Others of you, it just might be that justice is coming as a universal card, as karmic justice, right? That something here is being made right, or you'll wake up one morning and say, that's finally taken care of. It feels like the resolution of something. Tell me about meditate, contemplate on this Ace of Pentacles. What is the Ace of Pentacles about, please, in the middle of the week for Gemini? We have the Empress. It is a lot of abundance here. We have the Empress. We have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Five of Pentacles. So going along with this soulmate energy here and this new romantic cycle that's beginning, I think we turn away from whatever is going on here, and we move toward this Empress energy. So it feels like you could be the Empress. The Empress is Taurus and Libra, but you don't need to be a Taurus or a Libra to be the Empress. The Empress essentially is just balance, a lot of wisdom, somebody who has a lot of abundance, somebody who really doesn't need other people, someone who's pregnant with an idea or an adventure or a new cycle, right? It does feel like you want to invest in opening a new cycle with the Empress. If the Empress is a person for you, we do have the Knight of Cups here. It does feel like this is something that you want to do for yourself. I feel like you do have some sort of emotional connection to this person, or romantic connection, but I don't feel like you're speaking right now. I think that you will, because 5 and 1 pentacle is 6. So I feel like there is going to be some sort of a new beginning after an ending, after something, like after an old chapter has closed. It could be this. After the old chapter has closed and things are now in balance, or you get your justice, it feels like so that you hit some sort of a milestone, and then you can now focus on whatever is coming next. So meditate and contemplate. You could be dealing with a Pisces, possibly. It does say new moon in Pisces, I think. Yeah, new moon in Pisces, new moon in Libra. So we are dealing with new moon energy. So you could be dealing with a Pisces or a Libra, possibly a Taurus, maybe. I do feel like there's somebody here that you want to invest in, that you want to begin brand new with here, and you're hoping that you will get some reciprocal energy from this person. We'll talk more about that. Let's talk about the moon energy. So what you don't see is that this new cycle is beginning. And I feel like you had to get balance with this Libra energy here, because I feel like it's important for your life to be in balance before all of this happens. So I feel like the moon is almost telling me that things are not as they seem, but also is telling me that there may have been delays, because there are things that I feel that you were holding your vision on, but things that you couldn't make come to fruition because of maybe something that the universe was holding back, or something that needed to materialize from the universal world to the 3D world. And it feels like there may have been a bit of a delay, but maybe it wasn't a delay at all. I think that everything is always right on time, and it feels like this moon energy says you just didn't see it because the universe wasn't giving you the light by which to see it. Tell me about the moon energy. We've got the Emperor, we've got the Sun, and we've got the Six of Cups. So look, this is pretty huge. Like, it does, we've got the Emperor and the Empress both here. So I feel like you probably, for some of you, you might know this person. You might be the Emperor or the Empress. You might know the counterpart. But it's giving me the feeling, because the Emperor is in the moon energy, that maybe the Empress is ready to invest in a long-term relationship here. And it feels like it could be the feminine Gemini that I'm talking about. And I feel like you will all of a sudden see the Emperor, because the Emperor is under the Sun. It feels like somebody that maybe that you thought that maybe wasn't necessarily on your vibrational level. I feel like that person has grown because the Sun is here. I feel that they've grown, they've become happier. This is a person who I feel that you possibly have known before, and so you're going to notice the difference in them if you've known them before. The Six of Cups tells me that they could be a friend of the family. They could be somebody that you grew up with, somebody who maybe you knew as a child, and now as they're coming forward, they're now an Emperor. I feel like things are always right on time, and I feel like what you don't see is that somebody here has really grown, and I feel like you two are about to come together. So that's kind of lovely, because we do have soulmates and hold your vision. So it almost feels like the Emperor or the Empress, whether you're the feminine or the masculine, you're represented here. I feel like somebody here just wouldn't give up. They're like, I'm just going to keep moving. I'm just going to keep taking care of myself. I'm just going to keep building myself, no matter which way that is, spiritually, personally, in my career. And I feel like then two people end up coming together, is what it feels like. I feel like there's no communication, but I don't feel like it's because we argued or fought. I think it's because life was lifing. I feel like we maybe live apart, live on other sides of the world from each other, or far away from each other, or maybe we just broke apart because life was lifing. It feels like you went on your own path, they went on their own path, and I feel like as we come back together here, that the sun is shining, that there is growth, there is happiness, there is now we can see things clearly, that the sun is also shining on the Six of Cups. So it does feel like these two people are in fact soulmates that are finding each other again. I think it's kind of a little bit romantic. It's kind of beautiful, actually. We've got the soulmates card here. What is here? We've got fork in the road. So it does feel like you two hit a fork in the road. One went one way, one went the other, and now divine timing is bringing you back together. That's kind of lovely. I'm going to put down 3 cards here so we can talk about that in the extended. I've been extending all of the readings. I was just looking up at the timer here and it said 14:14, so I don't know if that means something for someone. But I'm going to put down 3 cards. We're going to talk about these 3 cards in the extended. I've been extending all the readings, and that's going really well. So come and join us in the membership if you would like to do that. Of course, you don't have to, but if you want to do that, there is a pinned comment just under this video, and it's the first comment that you will see. And the last link in that pinned comment is one for the membership area if you want to come join us there. Put down 3 cards, and we're going to talk more about this. I think the reason I didn't go on about it is because I feel like there's a whole lot that's going to be said here about these 2 people being apart, coming back together. Why did they come back together? How do they know each other? And the sun is out here, and it's shining on everything, which is romance, which is now, you know, we've been apart. But I feel like we're coming back together. There's a soulmate card here. Feels like there's some legal stuff going on, or possibly karmic things are coming back together here. Something's being restored, which I think is this connection here. All right, let's put down 3 cards and find out what else we're going to talk about in the extended. We've got the Ace of Swords. Yep, this is where 2 people meet, I feel. We're going to have a conversation. It feels like these deep feelings, there's going to be success. There's going to be victory here. Somebody's coming back home, Gemini. That's what it feels like. Somebody is coming back home after going through a really hard cycle. Now, that could mean that maybe one of you moved across the world. Maybe one of you moved far away from the other one, because the 6 of Wands for me is somebody who is coming back home after a hard cycle. So it does feel like this person is coming back home emotionally available, emotionally aware, somebody who has, I'd like to say the king of Scorpio is the king of water and has psychic influence, knows what you need before you need it. Somebody is like being led by their intuition to come back home. It feels like there is going to be a conversation with 2 people, and we will talk about that. We do have the Tower. Wow. This is really a crazy reading. Gemini, yours are usually straightforward, very logical. It's about this, that, and the other thing. It's not usually kind of all over the place like this, but it feels like something is going to be very surprising, shocking even. And it feels like it might be the way these 2 come together, or maybe the sun and the Tower are making realizations happen. I'm going to go into the extended. If you want to be there and come with us here, that's where we'll be. I'm going to go for now. You guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be back because I'm always back. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.